Walk along with me as I show you the 3 devices that I use to capture our everyday life story and why I chose each of them. By far, the most used device for capturing photos and videos is absolutely my iPhone. I use my iPhone for photography more than I do any other thing. To me, my iPhone is a camera and an editor, and it also happens to make phone calls and do a few other things. The iPhone camera really is a wonder when it comes to the more tricky shots. I currently have an iPhone 11 Pro, and I am blown away at the capabilities of this camera. I say it each time I upgrade my iPhone, but this really is the best camera they have ever had on a phone. This phone has the 3 lenses, which is the regular lens, the wide angle lens, and the telephoto lens. The main reasons I use my iPhone more than any other device is that, 1, it is always with me. The second reason is that my iPhone is quick and it's very easy to use. And last, it takes great photos and great videos. Check out a few of the shots I got with just my iPhone. The first picture is an outdoor waterfall. We took a short hike to get there on a very hot summer day. It was so nice to only carry my iPhone and have nothing else with me. Made it super easy to get great pictures and great video. It can also take really good indoor pictures like this one of my family dinner. I really enjoy capturing these seemingly small moments, but this photo really does tell a pretty big story. I cooked this meal with my kids and we planned it because we were actually all going to be together for a meal, which is sometimes a unicorn in our home, depending on the season. And I cherish family dinners around the table. I was also blown away at its low light capabilities. Look at these cave photos that I was able to get. I have never, ever been able to capture photos like this. The iPhone has this mode called night mode, and it made this low light picture possible. If you know much about photography at all, you know how impossible a handheld shot like this would typically be. Although I use my iPhone most of the time, I still find that the best device for capturing photos is still my DSLR. However, as the iPhone improves, it is slowly phasing out as the device I use and I'm willing to carry. But for some unique situations, it is still my go-to device. I currently have a Nikon D7200. I have 4 main lenses that I use with it, and I've graduated completely away from the kit lens. And I also only shoot in manual. The 3 distinct times I will reach for my DSLR over my iPhone are when I'm shooting sports, stage photos, or when I really need to zoom in. Sports are currently unmatched with the DSLR, as the shutter speed and the zoom make it far superior. And my kids still do performances on stage, they get awards, they're part of events. Here are some examples of what I can get on my DSLR that I could not have gotten with my regular iPhone. We went whale watching in Alaska. When you're whale watching, sometimes you just don't have a lot of time to react. You just have to point your camera, take a photo. My DSLR was perfect because I had lots of zoom and the ability to take lots of images super quick. So I never missed any picture that I wanted. Also in Alaska, we stumbled upon what was easily dozens, if not 100 plus, bald eagles. I easily zoomed and captured these amazing creatures flying through the air, and we couldn't get close to them obviously because they would fly off. So it really required a fast lens with the ability to zoom far. I couldn't believe some of the photos I ended up getting from that. Another great use of my DSLR is low light images. Even with the great night mode on the iPhone, I can still get superior images with the DSLR. We took a hike on the Devil's Garden trailhead in Arches National Park. On our way back, the sun was starting to set and we wanted to watch it over the desert. It was honestly one of the most spectacular moments of my life. I was able to capture the full moon over the desert. And look at this photo, it looks super bright, but this was taken probably 10 or 15 minutes after sunset. You could have not gotten this photo with your iPhone, even with the new night mode. The last device I use is my GoPro. It is a must for active, wet, or harsh locations. It's hard to beat a GoPro footage for action shots. It can go places and handle the footage that no other device can. I've tried some other competitors and even a couple of GoPro knockoffs. Nothing compares to the GoPro in the action camera space. The GoPro I currently use is a GoPro Hero 5 Black. It was the top of the line when I bought it. I really want the new GoPro, which is currently the Hero 8. But I'm managing just fine with the 5 for now. I am able to get the shots that I want to capture, and that's what's most important. There are some indisputable reasons to own and use a GoPro. One is that it's waterproof without the need of any extra cases. You can take it in the pool or snorkeling in the ocean. The GoPro is also built to take a beating. And last, and the best reason to own one, is that it can be strapped onto just about anything or go just about anywhere. Here are some examples of what I was able to capture with my GoPro. I used a suction cup mount to secure it to our Polaris as we splashed through the water one day playing around at our house. It handled the situation and we got some pretty cool footage of this great memory. We also take it skiing with us every year. It works perfectly for the action going down the slopes. We strap it on, we carry it, it goes up and down those slopes for days. I took it snorkeling near Grand Cayman Island, and I used a floaty handle that strapped to my wrist, and I was able to get all the shots I wanted. I do use all 3 cameras. However, if I were going to be buying new today, I would probably just get the latest iPhone and the latest GoPro and call it a day. The iPhone really has become a DSLR replacement on most of what I do. Hopefully this video will help you to figure out maybe what camera you might want to use and what you want to choose. But just remember, at the end of the day, what's most important is actually getting the shot. Because the saying definitely is and definitely true, the best camera is the one that you have with you.